What you're looking at is a 1999 Dodge Dakota SLT with the V8 Magnum 5.2 liter. Now, I had originally bought this Dodge Dakota to be my daily driver, or semi-daily driver, but this one was giving me a lot of issues, and it's ugly. So I found this one, and actually the person who owned it lives right back there. So I was talking to them about it. I said, dang, that's a V8 four-wheel drive. I said, that's a nice looking truck. And then I got around to the other side, and I'll show you why they wanted to sell it. It's been parked for 3 months, and they completely messed this bed up. They wrapped around a pole. Frame's in good shape. There's nothing wrong with the frame. We got a lot of savable parts in this thing. Everything's good except the bed. Just gonna have to change it. It is the 5.2 Magnum V8. Interior's in really nice shape. No cracking on the dash. Seats are good. It's got a full back, well, extended cab. Cranks right up. The only problem right now is the battery terminals are just loose. You just wiggle them around. No check engine lights, which is crazy. Charges. AC doesn't work, and the only thing I have to do to it so far is this vacuum hose here. It was leaking, and I took some fuel line and put it right on. It took me like 20 seconds. Looks like it's got a remanufactured brake booster on it. It's 190,000 miles. I think this one will actually be pretty. I mean, there's nothing I can do to it. I mean, the air conditioning doesn't work, and what else? That's about it. I mean, the oil looked good. No leaks as far as I can tell. A little bit maybe on the rear main, or maybe the oil, back of the oil pan. I can't really tell. And these struts or shocks up here in the front are completely shot. They make a little bit of noise. Brakes look pretty worn out. Might need to change them later on. But it's a four-wheel drive truck. Four-wheel drive does work, and I took it up the road. All the gears go through, and I love this little truck, man. I love that truck, but it was just giving me a lot of issues. Really, the only thing I want to do in this episode, we're going to clean it up, and we'll change the bed on it. See if I can find another bed, because this is the SLT model, so it's got like the fender flares and everything, and I don't think there's a way I'm going to straighten this one out. So I'm going to see if I can find, you know, an SLT bed like this. If not, I mean, I'll drive like that. I really don't bother me. The tailgate's still shut. This is a dirt bike from somebody else, and I was helping them take this apart. But it runs strong. It's a strong running vehicle. Let me crank it up for you, show you how it is. It might take me a little bit, but we'll be right back. Well, the old $400 truck is looking pretty good after pressure washing. A lot of algae and mold buildup. We're having a little bit of issue with the, we took it down the road and got some gas, and it's doing a lot of ticking up here. And after spraying it down, it's smoking a lot, and that side wasn't. So we're thinking the brakes are grabbing down. So we're gonna jack it on up and see what she's doing. All right, it's been a few days, but I'm working on the old Dakota. I got an old new ball joint because the last one was completely shot. Let's see if I can show you in a minute. I was gonna change the caliper because it kept heating up. So I said, well, I'm gonna change the caliper, might as well change the brake hose too. I got all my parts at O'Reilly Auto Parts, so make sure if you ever need any parts, they hook you up with a low price guarantee and everything. So I got the new brake pads and new rotors because the other ones were shot. And I noticed something. So when I was putting these on, you know, I really didn't know, so I just put them on the way it had it last time. This is on the driver's side, so obviously it's got to say left. But this is actually upside down from what it was, and I'll show you the other side. So whoever put these brake pads on, put them upside down. So this is the passenger side. As you can see, it faintly says, if I can get a little focus in, L right there. Right there. So they actually had the brake pads upside down, which could have caused a weird wear to it. Should change this ball joint. We'll do it another day. It ain't that hard. All right, so I'm gonna put the brakes on this side, and then we're gonna do a tune-up. I already did the oil change, so we'll change the brake pads on this side too. All right, so I got this wheel done, brakes, everything's done on it. Let's move over to the other side, and well, I had a bad news because the bottom caliper bolt, the slide pin and all, broke off. I actually was stripped, and I don't know what I did with it. I ended up taking a side grinder and like cutting it in half. And as you can see, this is the way it just stripped out in there, and I ended up trying to cut this. So when I was cutting it off, I accidentally hit the boot, and then the brake caliper was stuck on the rotor. So as you can see, it just totally disintegrated when I pulled it off. So I'm not sure how it was even working. Nonetheless, I had to order another one and another brake hose because the other one was stop slam up. You know, it's surprising how much things are Chrysler on here. Both brake calipers were Chrysler, Chrysler branded. Even the manifold. So not a lot of things have been replaced, and I want to show you something. And this is something that just blows my mind. All right. So first of all, as you can see here, it calls for RC12LC4 Champion spark plugs. If you look at the spark plugs, RC12LC4. All right. Maybe you just think, maybe they just took good care of it. Now this is something you'll never see. Now I'm not sure if this is original or if this is just they just took it to the dealer all the time. These are Mopar wires. And I noticed this when I was looking back here, and I said, well, dang, all the spark plug wires are marked. Like they wrapped tape and wrote the number on there. I said, that seemed like they did a pretty professional job. Either they took it to the dealer and had them done, or these are original, which I doubt, because those spark plugs would probably be completely burnt by now, which some of them were, but either somebody took really good care of this thing and took it to the dealer to have it tuned up and everything, or either they did not take good care of it at all, and all this stuff is original. I mean, you can even see this is probably the original alternator, Denso brand. It's an aftermarket air conditioner pump, and this is already bad as well. But yeah, a lot of things are original in this thing, was kind of crazy. So hopefully it's they just took really good care of it and took it to the dealer all the time, but that's my hope at least. So this spark plug is definitely messed up. This is the last one. Porcelain was broken on it, so that could be a good reason we had a little misfire. But I got all the spark plugs in. I'm gonna change the cap, rotor, and the wires too. So I got new spark plug wires, plugs, cap, rotor all in. This is the old cab. You can see there's a pretty good bit of wear on it. See if it runs any better. I mean, it wasn't running bad before, but oh, battery's dead. Well, shoot. My luck. All right, now it should crank right up. Belt squeaking a little bit. It was still idling a little high, and I looked up here. I got a pretty good vacuum leak right here. It's like these two wires, or two little hoses I should say, are cut. Everything else looks good for the most part. It's just idling a little high because of that. But I also think I have an exhaust leak. I keep hearing like a dunk, 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 dunk. I'll crank it back up. I'll let you hear it. Sounds like it's coming right out the manifold. Also got some white smoke blowing out, a little bit of steam. I think that's because I got a little condensation. You can hear that. Very faint. Hope it's not knocking. All right, so we got the Dodge back going again. Hell, it was a lot harder than I thought it would. But what happened was, I don't know if, because I had the throttle air induction off, and for like maybe a night, and it kind of rained, and when I cranked it up, it was smoking a little bit, and then the next time I cranked it up, after I finished the brakes, it didn't want to crank. It was like really hesitant. Finally got it going, started running. But what happened on the passenger side of the brake system, I tried to change the hose and the line. I mean, just the hose and the caliper, and the line wasn't having it, so it came loose. So I had to end up cutting it. And don't ever do this, but I did it because I'm an idiot. But I put a high compression fitting on there. It's a Dorman high pressure, does 5,000 PSI. If it lasts me a little bit, that'd be fine. I ended up replacing the line anyway. And I'm not sure, I might have to run some fuel system cleaner through it or something, because, and I need to add a little bit of, it just died. Hey, I don't know what's going on. Fresh tune-up. I think I need to add some fuel injector cleaner through it. I mean, it's not skipping or nothing, it's running good. Watch, let's see. I think transmission kind of slipped there. Yeah, a little bit of fluid, a little bit low. Come on, 60. It's got good down low power. I mean, it's running fine. Something's burning. Not sure what it is. Like it has power, and it loses it. Probably just needs a fuel cleaner through it. I mean, it was slam on empty. I added some gas, but I didn't get it from a real good place of gas, and I put I think $20 worth in it and got to a half tank, and I haven't really run it since then. I just hope that it didn't, you know, when it was low, it sucked up trash or got that old gas through it. It probably just needs to be run. It doesn't smell like brakes burning. Oh, my brakes are smoking. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Well, I done all I could do to her. I kept going down the road, and eventually the brakes quit smoking. I guess they just had to set in. I lost one of my lug nuts somewhere, but I'll find them. Anyway, that's all I need to do for today. I gotta go get her legal, get all the paperwork done on her and everything. So we're gonna keep working on her. But that's it for this episode, a $400 four-wheel drive V8 Dakota. You can't beat it. You can't beat these old trucks, man. They're great. I'm gonna do a little bit of stuff next time. I'm gonna see if we can get the AC. It's too hot out here not to have AC. Maybe do some exhaust work, get this bed redone. We definitely gotta do something about that, but get some of this weather stripping fixed and the antenna so we can have some tunes going. Might give me some CDs though, if they're still around. But anyway, it's been Dakota with Phantom Works. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Come back and see us.